Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be going to my testing grounds. I usually come back here after I install something on my car to make sure it's tight and doesn't bounce around or fly off my roof rack. Today we'll be performing some base tests on a roughly stock Honda Fit. Then we'll come back and perform these tests once again after I throw on some larger tires and a suspension lift. Stock 15-inch rim on a Honda Fit is 185/60/15 with a diameter of 603 millimeters. Stock 16-inch rim is 185/60/16 with a diameter of 609.9 millimeters. That's a 9.9 millimeter difference, or roughly about 0.38 inches between the stock 15-inch rim and the 16-inch rim size. My current rims are 205/50/16 for a diameter of 611.4 millimeters. That's an 8.4 millimeter or a third of an inch difference than the stock 15-inch rims I had, and a 1.5 millimeter larger diameter than the stock tire. So besides the width of my current rim and tires, this setup is roughly the same dimensions and offset as the stock 3rd Gen Honda Fit with the 16-inch rim.
One of my first tests I want to do is be able to drive over a 4x4. It's roughly 3.5 inches, resembles a small log. If you look, it just clears the plastic diffuser and the splash guard on the bottom. My splash guard is actually sagging in the middle, so we might scrape this a little bit. Let's scoot it over by the pinch weld. Definitely clears back here. What about this plastic guard? We'll probably end up removing that. And then you can see it tailors higher toward the end of my car. I just got the rear suspension replaced. Let's give this a go. If the 4x4 post didn't move, I'd say we did a good job. Let me move my ramps in front of it and see if we can do better. Come on, two-wheel drive. All right. So clearance is not the issue of getting the back end over the 4x4 post. It's more of keeping this thing still while driving over it. So the front drove over it with no issues. Now we're gonna go on to the next test. Here's a nice garden post, roughly the size of a 4x4. It represents a down street. I'm gonna try to cut it up high here and then drive over it. Seems kind of stuck in place. We'll see how it goes getting that back wheel over. Let's call this next one the fit flex test. We're gonna try to drive up and over this with the driver's side only. Probably gonna bottom out in the center. So when we lift the car an inch on the tires and an inch on the suspension, we're gonna hit this test again and see if we'll be successful driving over this. Oh, lost this one though. That was probably from the 4x4. Oh, I could probably go down one more and then we're gonna snag on this. YOLO. Oh, about a finger length from the wood and the pinch weld. Oh, that's so close, so close. See if I can reverse off of this and not slide all over the place. Oh, the joys of stick shift. Now I'm gonna try to drive the front wheel over it and then maybe put my traction boards on the back, look for some other wood and boost up this back end and see if I can still accomplish driving over this. Hoping it'll lift the back end up enough to clear it going on the down slope. Hopefully it doesn't slide. I'd say we're pretty close. Yeah! All right, measurement number one, we're at 3¼ inches or about 93, 94 millimeters. I'm gonna say roughly 1¼ inch by 30, 33 millimeters. Much more, like 3 inches or 75 millimeters. And then on the top, like 1.5 inches, almost 40 millimeters. So 1¼ inch, 1.5 inches, and what did I say, 2 inches for that one? Roughly. I'm gonna go with that 1¼ inch, 1.5 inches, 2 inches on the back. I'm gonna put my floor ramps down and drive up and have the suspension fully compress and then measure the gaps on the front and rear wheel wells. What did I say it was before? 1.5 inch. So we lost like 1/2 inch. I'm gonna put it up on a jack stand and then do a full crank right and then a full crank left and see where we're at with the tires and the frame and the fender trim inside. I know this can be adjusted by rims with a different offset, but let's see what the stock is. About 2 inches, ooh, maybe 1 inch away. I think this is a 43 offset, like an inch and a half in the back. Got about 3 fingers, about 2 inches in the back. Let me full tilt it the other direction. Forgive my filming on this one. So it's roughly an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch, roughly 2 inches. If we push it out a little bit more to clear the suspension, this is way good. In the back, easily 2 inches. In the back, that's more of 2 fingers than the others. About 1.5 inches. Measure the pinch weld. Like 5 3/4, almost 6 inches. We'll say 5 3/4. The back is 6, maybe 6 1/4 inches. About 2 inches, maybe an inch, a little under an inch, and 2.5 in the back.